Leetcode daily problem, minimum time difference. This problem is rated medium. This problem gives us an array of time in 24-hour format, and we have to find out the minimum time difference in this array. So obviously, whenever something asks for minimum difference between something which is consecutive, we have to look at sorting. Okay, so the one thing that this function does not give us is that the time difference can be both ways, forwards and backwards. That means like say 10 p.m. over here and 1 a.m. One the time difference over here can be from 1 a.m. if it has reached 12 p.m. now, and now 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is one way of getting the time difference. Another way the time difference can be calculated is from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., which is valid. So this is the only edge case in this problem which can be easily solved. So as you can see, we have defined an array to store the minutes, which we find out by converting this string in 24-hour format to minutes simply by taking the first two elements of an array of the first two element of the time in this time point array and multiplying it by 60 since an hour has 60 minutes, and adding the two elements over here after the colon, and then we sort these minutes, and now we define a variable result and we give it a maximum value. We can give this any value above 1441. The reason being 1440 is the maximum difference that can exist in in the forward way, but in this case the maximum time difference can be 720, right? So uh, as you can see, what we are doing is once we have converted these to minutes, we are calculating the minimum consecutive minutes, because that's the only way we can find the minimum time difference, by calculating consecutive minutes in sorted array. But this one line over here is very important. What if the minute for say in this example over here, what if the minute and the hour and is at one is in the AM, one is PM in 12-hour format? Then the time difference by this will result into an additional 12 hours. That is why what we are doing is we are completely removing this 24-hour format by adding 1440 to it. Why? Because when we multiply the highest time, sorry, when we subtract the highest time possible during the day by the lowest time possible during the day for the array, will receive a number which will be less than 1440, because the total number of minutes will always be equal to or less than 1440, and we are adding 1440 to it to remove the constraint of forward time only. Now it will also calculate the time in between, that is the time which I have mentioned over here. So and then finally we return the result, uh, which is obviously the minimum between the result from this for loop and this line over here. So I'll just submit the code. As you can see, this code is the most efficient one possible, I believe. The time complexity, since we are using sorting, is n log n, uh, and the time complexity of the big O time complexity of this loop is n, so n log n plus n o of o of n log n plus o of n, which results into o of n log n. So the time complexity is O of n log n. And talking about the space complexity, since we are creating this min array, is O of n. So that is it for this video.